Buddy D Style here. Thanks to those joining me live and to those that be joining me on archive. I'm being joined by the one and the only Ashy Knuckles. What's going on, everybody? How's it going, Ash?
Everything's all good on this end, bro.
Dude,
Another
like,
week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of stuff going on. Your TV in the background's off. This background's not working.
Yeah.
I didn't even have time to make the notes all nice. I just did it whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
StreamYard wiped out all my backgrounds. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. It's strange things happening all the way around, man. So we can wing it, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's all right. People don't tune in for the backgrounds anyway. I hope not.
Right.
Fuck this show. They don't got the background. I'm out of here. I hope people stick around. Actually, man, quite a weekend. I want to get your thoughts really quick on the Triple G fight, man. What you think of the fight
You
with
know what? When I,
Devin,
with Devin,
longest name of all time, Chenko?
yeah. I was thinking about that show we did, man, when we were breaking down the fight. And I was saying that the blueprint to being Golovkin is out there because it was provided by Canelo. How he would, he was pressing Triple G. He was stepping towards him, pushing him back, pitch and catch. Catch the shots in his glove and come back with hard counters to the head and body. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And using a whole lot of upper body movement to evade the big shots. And I said, unfortunately, Deverenchenko wouldn't be the guy to be able to use that blueprint. Well, guess what? That motherfucker said, Ashy Knuckles, shut your goddamn mouth. Because initially he started out trying to be elusive until Golovkin caught him, which is what he do. He shows up, hunts, and conquers. You know what I'm saying? But once he got up, he started going after Golovkin. Because, at the end of the day, once you feel his power, if you be in awe of his power, you're going to make a mental decision and be like, you know what? I'm cashing in. I'm getting out of this fight on the first thing smoking like Vaughn's Martirosian did.
Yeah.
If you remember, he got put down. When he was getting up, he came up on his knees, looked around a little bit and said, fuck this, and laid his ass right back down. He made a decision. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. He made a decision and he packed it in. Derevianchenko didn't do that. He went after this guy. He was hitting this guy with a lot of shots. He kept his punch volume up. He kept backing him up, hitting him to the body, bending him over to the body. The blueprint is out there. He don't like it downstairs. Now, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say he just tender like Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
If the shoe fit, put the motherfucker on. You know what I'm saying? It'll be he don't like it to the body. But up until this day, he has never been stopped by a body punch, and Kovalev can't say the same thing. So, like I said, Derevianchenko got back into the fight, and he wouldn't come in to collect a check. He wouldn't come in to say, you know what, I went the distance. Well, I can't say distance with the champ because he wasn't a champ until after the fight. But he wasn't coming to say I went the distance with the star of the zone or DAZN, depending on who you are. He was coming to win, and he kept the pressure up. He kept the punch count up all the way into the end of the fight, and unfortunately, he did not get the decision. Now, I scored the fight. I actually use a spreadsheet when I score a fight.
Okay.
And I had it 114, 113. If it had not been for the knockdown, it would have been even wider score. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, most of the swing rounds I gave to Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? And now I've been hearing the rumblings about it being a robbery. And I think we do have a tendency to label decisions that don't go the way that we think it should go a robbery. But at the end of the day, you got three sets of eyes that are watching this fight. When you really, put it in perspective, and we only have a set of our own. But the guys who have been around the sport, like you and myself, we know when a guy won the fight or not. It's just it is what it is. So I do think Derevianchenko should have got the decision. It's not like he was taking the title away from the champion. This was two contenders, a former world champion versus a world title challenger. But at the same time, neither one of them were champion. So it shouldn't have been judged like, oh, he had to take the title away from Golovkin. He didn't have a title. You know what I'm saying? It should have been looked at on the even playing field. And if that was the case, Derevianchenko should have been awarded the victory after the 12th round. So, but Golovkin got the victory. He moves on. I mean, it's not like he can't fight. He's still a beast. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody could have did what Derevianchenko just did. I just want to put that out there for the Golovkin fans, you know?
Man, it was a tough night for Gennady Golovkin, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
This dude looked confused. When they announced, did you see when they announced the winners?
Yeah.
Looking around like, I won? Like,
right.
I'll take it, but I won? Like, for real? He was waiting for, what's that dude from Family Feud? What's his name again?
Oh, man, I can't remember.
When he messed up the winner of the pageant, remember?
Harvey.
Harvey, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, we got the wrong guy.
Steve Harvey, yeah.
Yeah, you know, shit's insane, bro. But speaking of last weekend's fights, man, Jaron Ennis, bro.
Oh, Jaron Ennis, yeah, man.
Yeah. He's looking good.
What do you think, man? I mean, before I could start it off, but I'll start it off. I mean,
okay.
He did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you read the news articles about him, he's often referred to as a prospect, a topic that we've talked about in the past. You know, when a guy is a prospect and when is he not? And they keep referring to him as a prospect. But once you got 20, he's going on 25 fights. He's 24-0, 23 knockouts. He has not faced a champion yet, but he's not facing guys that are 0-12 with 8 draws. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, granted, the guy he just fought was 12-1. You know what I'm saying?
Solid,
but the guys that he fought before that had the same amount of fights as he. But the only reason why the guy he fought just this last weekend had 12 fights because they asked him about it, and he said the guys in the top 1 through 15 not answering the call. So guys are kind of skeptical about putting their placement on the line by giving this kid a opportunity. I mean, these guys are working hard for a spot in the ranking so they can get a title shot. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's willing to step up to the challenge. And as a result, whoever is the lucky soul who signs his name on the contract to get in the ring with him, he's disposing of them. These are not close fights. They're not competitive. He's getting in the ring, and he's showing that these guys that are in the ring with him do not belong in the ring with him. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing you could do at this point, if he can't get a gatekeeper in the ring or he can't get somebody within the top 10, you got to give him an interim title shot or give him a shot at one of the champions. Now, me and a guy I like to refer to as the hardest working man on YouTube, that's the homie Blue Blood Sports TV. We had dialogue on this last week on one of his lives. I called in on one of his shows, and we were basically saying, when is this guy? Is he ready for a title shot? Is he ready to get in there with Spence? And in my mind, and I'm sure you probably agree too, that he probably not ready to get in there with Spence. You know what I'm saying? And that's just us thinking about it, you know, right up at the moment. But is he ready for a title shot? If Jaron Ennis was campaigning at 140 pounds, would he be ready for a title shot at that weight? Would you put him in there with Regis? Would you put him in there with Jose Ramirez or any of the champions at 140 if he was campaigning down there? I would. So I'm just saying, well, you know, in my opinion, I would. I think, yeah. I mean, because who else do you put him in the ring with before he gets a title shot? It just so happens that he don't campaign at 140 pounds. He campaigns at welterweight, and every champion at welterweight is a killer. So it's not like it's just a regular title shot against a titleist. Everybody who holds a title at welterweight Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao. Every last one of those champions at that weight are killers. So he finds himself in a very dangerous position where his movers are trying to steadily move him up the ladder, move him into world title contention, and it's not going to be an easy road. And when he gets that title shot, he's going to have to really show and prove, because this is not like um let me think of a guy who won, like when Canelo won his first world title by bringing up Matthew Hatton, Ricky Hatton's little brother, bringing him up welterweight to a catchweight, mind you, that he didn't even make himself. Canelo didn't even make the weight himself. And Ricky Hatton should not, I mean, not Ricky Hatton, Matthew Hatton should not have even been fighting for that world title at that weight. He should not even been given that shot. So they're not gonna find Jaron Ennis in a situation like that. It just so happens his first world title appearance, when he challenges for a title, will be against a killer. And that's hey, it's just boxing, man. It's like I was telling the homie Blue Blood, man. When you get the shot, you gotta shit or get off the pot, man. It ain't no coddling these dudes. It ain't no, hey, he's not ready. What are you gonna do? I mean, it ain't like you have to take the ranking. You don't have to take the world title shot. People don't know, but you can take yourself out of the IBF's rankings. You don't have to stay there. Ricky Hatton did it, since I brought him up a minute ago. He was the mandatory for Vivian Harris in the WBA long time ago at 140 pounds. For one reason or another, Frank Warren at that time was not making that fight between Ricky Hatton and Vivian Harris, and they got him taken out of the WBA rankings. And all of a sudden, he became the number one contender in the IBF. So after Sharmba Mitchell got his rematch against Kostya Tszyu defended against Ricky Hatton, and that's when Ricky Hatton beat the brakes off of Kostya Tszyu and became world champion. So it is what it is, man. When you get your title shot, I mean, you're not fighting to stay a top 20 fighter. You're fighting to be champion. You know what I'm saying? So if he's in a position where he has to face a champion now, I'm sure he's going to do it. And like I said, should get off the pot, man.
Let's check it out. Well, really quick, you think he, like, as of now, like, you want him, like, would you put him in his very next fight, or you mean like in a year or two? Like, you mean like now?
Like if he fought at 140, or if he fights now?
Well, let's say, for example, if he got a title shot now.
No, if I had a decision, like if I was moving him, I would not put him in the ring with Spence, Manny, or Terrence Crawford on the premise of them being who they are at this weight. Like I said, at this weight, all the title holders are killers. I can't say the same thing at every weight. You know, you have some good champions at a lot of different weights, but at this weight, at welterweight, it's killers that hold these belts. You know what I'm saying? So I even tweeted this the other day. I would give him a shot at one of the interim titles against a top 10 contender. I tweeted out Jaron Ennis versus Yordenis Ugas for the IBF interim championship. That way, you know, Ugas will get his shot at one of those straps, and this young kid will get his shot not only at a strap, but at a top 10 fighter in the welterweight division. Right. Because he don't need to fight nobody below top 10, because nobody below top 10 is giving him any work whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't beat Ugas, then that's just a premonition that you're just not championship material. You know what I'm saying? But if you can beat Ugas, or at least make it competitive, even if you take a L, you could still be a world champion. You know what I'm saying? Because Sean Porter had trouble with this guy, and Sean Porter just gave Errol Spence the blues. So all these guys are at some type of level, and that'll let them know if he's at that level too.
I think I have two fighters you can fight that I think are a good fight. But before I mention, though, really quick, I just want to go over the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. They did some updates on StreamYard, so I apologize if everything's off right now. But I just managed to get the comments up. All right. What's up to Tony? Besides saying what's up to DStyleBoxing and Ashy? What's going on? Okay. Gil Cole says salute Tony Bosell again. All right. we'll skip. What's up, Stormy B man? How's it going? Right.
Woo.
Okay. And then boxing conversations with Reggie Owens. You getting some liquor there, Ashy? What's going on?
No, I
Oh.
ate a piece of garlic.
Oh wow. Okay. That happens.
I don't advise doing it for those watching at home, man. Garlic is a natural antibiotic, but it's hot.
Right. I got you.
Yeah.
I really think Sergey, won that fight from rounds 3 on. He outworked Triple G.
Yeah.
We talked about that. Now, Sir B-Man does have a statement. He says, how can it be leveled playing field when Golovkin is the zone?
Oh, wow. That is an amazing comment right there. No, it ain't. It's really not level, man. You're right. You almost have to knock the guy out to win. You know,
you know what?
Should have been level playing the field because they're not champions. But like you just said, you know, Golovkin is the zone. You know, he is part. Yeah, you're right, bro. Wow, great comment, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. What happened to comments here? Hold on. Okay. And it looks good. He needs to be tested next. G Funk says, what's up? What's going on, G Funk? And of course, boxing conversation, I believe I mentioned to Joe Breeze says he don't need to fight none of the champs for another 2 years at the very
welterweight. You're right. Not at welterweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daryl Sapa says, salute to Reggie Owens. Right. What's going on, John? How's it going? All right. I'm going to skip all you guys shouting each other out, but having one champion division would end these problems. You know, it would help the sport a lot. That's for sure. Yeah. Now, will we get there? I don't know. You know what I mean? We've been calling for that. I have a better. I think we have a better shot of me walking out this door right now and seeing a unicorn. You know what I mean? But then us getting one title. You know what I mean? 92 AKU. I got your email, by the way. Maybe next Monday we can have you on, bro. All right. What about Enes versus Josecito Lopez? I think that's a good fight. I think that's a good fight.
Yeah, that'd be a great fight. In fact, that'll tell us a lot about Enes, man. Because we already know what Josecito Lopez is coming to do. So
he's coming to do. He's got Robert Garcia. So there's all that talk about
it. Yeah.
Omar Figueroa.
Man, I got to see Omar in a comeback fight, man, because he looked like crap against Ugas.
Well, I mean, to me, that's the type of opponent they should put him in with right now to test the waters before you jump in.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, you're right. But if I like Figueroa, you know what I'm saying, and if he lose that fight, he's done, bro. I mean, if you losing to guys who are on the cusp.
Yeah,
guys who are coming out of the prospect status and the contender status, and you're being used for that, you know, for those type of fights. Right. It's only a matter of time before you start racking up losses. You know what I'm saying? And become the Mike Arnaudas. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Mighty Mike was actually trying to contend for a title at 140? Now he's a gatekeeper. I think he fought Mighty Mike. Somebody just fought Mike Arnaudas. Now he got like 11, 12 losses. He's just a straight journeyman now. You know what I'm saying? But there was a time back at 140 pounds, Mike was making some noise, you know? And if Omar Figueroa not careful, he may find himself being that same thing. You know what I'm saying? In that same predicament.
Here are two other names. Okay. What about, I mean, he's out there still talking a lot, actually. What about Victor Ortiz?
Oh, well, yeah. If you can't beat Victor Ortiz, yeah. But that, you know, at the same time, it's not necessarily a walk in the park either, because we all know skills wasn't never the problem with Victor Ortiz. Right. You know, his problem was always been mental stability. You know, and because he got the boxing skills. He a southpaw. He got the boxing skills. He got good form and good technique. He got pretty good feet. You know what I'm saying? He moves pretty well. He got really good power, decent hand speed. It's a tough fight.
Even if you make him quit, in most cases, when he quit, it was a tough fight up until that point.
Exactly. You got to make him go through something. So if you can't bring him in that water, then hey, we already know that them 23 knockouts really ain't about the big punching power. You know what I'm saying? It's about you fighting powder puffs.
What about Andre Berto?
Yeah, I really think that'd be a bad style matchup for Berto. Berto's I don't know. Berto is not what he used to be, but he don't want to stop fighting. And I'm not sure if he give this young guy an opportunity, you know?
Probably not. But I mean, then again, this is like, look, I know a lot of people are like maybe aren't impressed with the names I'm putting out there. I mean, unless you guys want to throw them in there against Spence, I don't know what other names you want me to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Okay, but unless you want me to just throw them in there, like I just think you eat like the way I see it. It's better to ease yourself into some, and these are names that people will recognize and be like, "This dude, and this is for real." Look what
Yeah, right.
you know what I mean? Like he beat the shit out of Victor Ortiz. That would make a statement. Right. So, you know, I mean, I don't agree. Reggie Owens, you say Omar Figueroa is trash. I don't agree with that. I think Figueroa is going to come to fight. You know what I mean?
He'll come to fight.
Dude's going to come to fight. He's going to get in just because you lost to Ugas. A lot of people think Ugas beat Porter. We all saw the type of fight Porter gave Spence.
Right,
you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Figueroa is just outside of the top 10. And I don't mean top 10 ranking. I mean just all the fighters in general at welterweight. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good fight. I think I mean I would feel bad for Robert Guerrero to put him in there right now with him, but it's a name.
That is not a bad fight for him too. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't catch his fight on the Spence Porter undercard.
He looks so good. He won, but he looks so good.
He didn't look so good. Well, hell, that really won't tell us much. You know what I'm saying? But it's a name. You know, it's a name that'll look good on his record. But like I was saying before, I start getting into the world title contention or whatever. He said the guys in the top 15 are not even fucking answering the phone call. So,
they just put a name, bro. What about? I wouldn't do it yet, but people are saying Lipinets.
Yeah, he is a guy that I think if Mikey wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? If Mikey wasn't there, he could have arguably have been a champion at 140 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He's not a bad fighter at all. He just ran into somebody who is just elite. You know what I'm saying?
Boxing fans have no chill.
Not at all. None whatsoever. It would be boxing. It would be boxing if they had some chill, man. Either names or memes, man. Let's have it.
Yeah.
No, not much. No. Yeah, why not? Put him in there with Lipinets, man. Lipinets, he can punch. He
now
himself very well. You gotta fight all the styles that are out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, who's the better prospect, Ennis or Ortiz? Virgil Ortiz.
Oh, Virgil Ortiz, man.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think this is a prospect though. I think he's a contender for sure.
Yeah, maybe after his last win, I agree. Yeah,
but you know what? Maybe he's still.
Orozco was a big win from. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ortiz is a contender. Yeah, he beat Orozco. Yeah, for sure.
Fair enough.
Well, neither one of them are prospects. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Devin Haney's not a prospect. These guys are not prospects. I wouldn't say that these guys can compete with everyone in the world, but they're not too far off from being on that level. They just need, like Ennis, like he never been past 6 rounds before.
No.
Now I'm not saying he hasn't had fights that were scheduled past 6 rounds. He had fights scheduled for 10 rounds. These guys are just not giving them rounds.
They're
So
not.
you gotta put him in there with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. His last 14 fights, 4 rounds or under. Okay.
Yeah.
Last 14 fights, only like 2 of them were 4 rounds. The rest of them, first round, second round knockout.
Mhm.
That dude retired on the stool after like 3 rounds, bro. Like the dudes don't retire on the stools after 3 rounds.
I'm saying, yeah.
Like,
But what else do you do? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, a
Because
lot of people think
I mean, it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, he fighting nothing but bombs, or he's blowing through guys he's supposed to beat. But once they sign a contract, is he supposed to allow these guys to go 8, 9, 10 rounds with him, or is he? You don't get paid for overtime. You know what I'm saying?
right.
He's disposing of these guys. He doing exactly what he's supposed to do with the competition that they're putting in the ring with him. So the only thing you can do is up the competition. And if nobody in the top 15 want to get in the ring with him, you got to give him up another step up.
I just think that if let's say no one in the top 15 wants to get with them, that at this point you got to get some names and guys with experience. You know what I mean? That's why I mentioned the names I mentioned. Him, Josito Lopez is a main event on, I don't know, the Zone or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. But
or
like,
undercard, or undercard on a major
on a major event, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, man, this guy. I'll watch you some of his fights earlier, okay, and I never really given him a really good look until today. So you mentioned them earlier, but man, at first I remember the first few clips I saw, like, man, this guy has a hell of a right hand. Like, damn, that right hand's good. You know what I mean? Because he was setting up the right hand, and I was impressed. Okay, and then I like the next fight against some other dude who's utilizing like his left, the hook. It's a beautiful hook. He's got uppercut. Both uppercuts are nice, bro. The left and the right, they're both nice. This is not a one-handed. This is not a guy. Okay, I'm gonna take away his right hand and force him to beat me with his left. He'll be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's got power on both hands.
Yeah.
And just about every variety of punch hurts guys. I don't think it's a home run that if him and, let's say, Virgil Ortiz run into each other in the future, it's that Ortiz beats him. Like, I don't think it's a home. I think that's down the line. That's a mega fight to me.
It could be. Ortiz was thinking himself against Spence later on at 154 pounds.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It could be Ennis. You never know. You're right. This guy, he's two-handed. He can fight southpaw or right-handed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he can go after guys and press them out, or he can box on the move and use angles and counter and play with his food, like they say. And he comes from a fighting family. Both his big brothers are fighters. I only know about Derek Ennis. He was a contender at 168 pounds. Really, really strong, and durable, but he wasn't as talented as his little brother. But that's typically the case when you have fighting brothers. It's always the runt of the litter that ends up being that guy. Strange how it works out like that. Look at Mikey Garcia with Danny, Robert, and Mike.
Right, yeah.
But even though Robert was champion, but
I mean, Robert was good, but he wasn't.
He wasn't all that, but he was pretty damn good though. He was.
Who was older, Bobby Pacquiao or Manny Pacquiao?
Oh, I don't know, but Bobby was trash.
And then the Canelo's the youngest one, right?
Right, Canelo's the youngest. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I still think Vital is better than Vladimir, but
yeah, and I think Juan Manuel is better than Rafael Marquez, but they were both world class champions. Yeah. But Juan Manuel Marquez is like fucking something you never seen before. That dude can fight.
Shout out to the Perfection. He says Boots going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Scrapbook says jab the like button for DStyle. Great channel. What's going on, Scrapbook? And he says, what's good to Ashy? All right, what's going on? Make sure you guys throw a jab at the like button. You're listening to a Puncher's Chance. By the way, remember to visit www.mandatorydefense.com. Okay, we don't got the graphic this time because StreamYard screwed this whole thing up. I don't know what happened. I see the updates, but they wiped everything I had out. I'm gonna get a discount, for what I pay them a month. You know what I mean?
Make sure you make it known. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Like you
Yeah.
mess with my show, StreamYard. All right. Like next thing I know, they're gonna force me to have the damn duck in the corner. Okay, like this. Look at that ugly ass duck. All right. Anyway, um, you have any final words, man, about any of the last week's fights?
Um. No, I think that pretty much. Like I said, man, I can't wait to see the progression of Jerron Boots Ennis. I like he found himself in a very good position where he got a chance to have some exposure on a card that was not meant for his exposure. It was meant for
Right.
Clarissa Shields. It's unfortunate what happened to her opponent's trainer, and I don't want to beat that um, any further. I think everybody who does boxing have said something about it, but he got a chance to be seen, and he performed. So we'll get to see him again moving forward, man. That'd be a good look.
Now, Axe Battler is saying, is Triple G done? Is he finished? Well, I don't think. Look, man. Let me tell you something. I knew Canelo would beat his ass in the third fight before this. Okay, now it's a wrap.
Yeah. Stay away.
Which brings me to this. To segue. So I wasn't really aware of this, so I looked it up because you mentioned it to me. Andrade, or however you guys want to pronounce it, all right, is taking selfies with Triple G. Now, what's up, Triple G? What's going on? What's going on, Ashley? What's going on with this? Why do you get in his face and say, fight me or something? Why do you do that?
Exactly. This dude's always barking about not getting the opportunity to fight the names within the division, whether he was at 154 pounds or 160 pounds. He's at a DAZN event, DAZN. He's at a DAZN event, right? Triple G's fighting against Derevianchenko. He hops in the ring. This is his grand opportunity to call this man out on the largest stage. All of the DAZN fans out there that brag about all these endless subscribers and how everybody's going to be able to see this guy. Well, this was his opportunity to be seen by all those people that you talk about. And he goes in there looking like a fucking groupie. You know what I'm saying? A fucking groupie, man. He wants to take a selfie with this guy instead of looking him in his eyes and challenge him to a fight like all of the fighters in the past used to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think the homie Blood Boxing said it best a long time ago that closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? If you getting closed out, you got to make it known, bro. You got to make it known what you want. And if there's anybody that's deserving of a fight, and it's not like he's begging for a title shot. He has one of the titles. You know what I'm saying? This would be for a legit unification fight at that weight. And he went in there in awe of Triple G. You know what I'm saying? To where he rather get the moment captured for life so he can put it in his scrapbook instead of stepping to Triple G like a man and challenging him. So yeah, it was just a bad look for Andrade. And I think one of the brothers said it best earlier this week. The dude is just a fucking weirdo, man. That's a weird dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not like everybody else. He got his own thing happening. So,
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird to go up there and take selfies like you're a fan and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me, but I don't know. I mean, I guess he doesn't want to fight. You know, I guess he just wants to be a fan. You know.
Yeah.
So, but do you think that fight happens?
It's a possibility, man, because I truly do not believe that Triple G is going to get the Canelo rubber match. I think it's out the window. I don't think Canelo gives him a third opportunity. At the end of the day, Canelo beat him soundly. and he feels he has nothing further to prove on that note. And I think he's right, but I think Triple G would still want to face the other champions. So whether it's against Jamal or if it's against Andre, I think it's a good possibility that fight can happen. Now they were saying Triple G was sick. He did look a little funny coming out of the tunnel when I was watching it. And I was like, man, that dude looked like shit. You know what I'm saying? But he got it together and he fought. He fought hard. Whether how Jordan played a full lights out game, even though he had the flu. He battled through it. The show must go on. There's no excuses. At the end of the day, Derevyanchenko did his thing.
Oh, you know what? Tell you what. Deveran, longest name ever, Chenko, he fought with a cut, so maybe that made things even to me.
You're right. I forgot about that part. Yep. True that.
Now, this has been a topic of discussion this week for some reason, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring it up right now, and I want to know what the chat thinks as well. Make sure you throw a jab at that like button, by the way, but is Triple G, do you consider him an all-time great?
No, I do not. And I know that's going to hurt some feelings out there, but it all goes back to this well-known question that we always ask.
Right.
And that question is, who has he beaten? What are his career-defining fights that place him on an all-time great status? Where are the names at, man? The only big victories that he has to his name, one is against a welterweight in Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The second one is against Danny Jacobs. That's a good win. I'm not going to take that away. And his third has to be a win against David Lemieux. Other than that, there are really no names that stand out on his resume. Unless you want to consider a shot Kasim Uma. You know what I'm saying? Who his best days were long gone before, way before he even got in the ring with Triple G. Unless you want to consider that a career-defining fight, which I'm sure they don't. They don't. What are the wins that says this guy is an all-time great, that you can compare him with the likes of Carlos Monzon or Marvin Hagler or Bernard Hopkins or even the old Philadelphia middleweights, Benny Briscoe and the like? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, no, man, not in my opinion. If I had an opportunity to rate them, he would not be there. You know what I'm saying? He's a damn good fighter, but there were opportunities for him to face the names that need to be on his resume in order to consider him for that, and he did not take those fights. They billed him as the boogeyman, that everybody was scared of him based on what he was doing to guys in sparring. But when the challenges came, like from the Andre Wards or the Erislandy Laras, Triple G did not take him up on those offers.
Right.
And his coach, and he was in agreement that he would face the best guys, anybody who wanted smoke from 154 to 175, and they were just blowing smoke up everybody's ass. My answer is an emphatic fuck no.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but Batista, nobody wanted to fight him. No, but Batista. But Batista, you don't understand. He was ducked by everyone. Not true. Not true. Okay. This guy's thing, this guy is a legend. I don't mean like the legend, like a legendary story, guys. Okay. It's just this dude was all word of mouth, bro. Oh, he used to beat up Kovalev in sparring. What were we talking about that like 2 weeks ago? Like he had this, like he used to beat up Kovalev in sparring. I heard. Okay,
yeah, that was the mystique.
Right. Oh, he beat up Canelo in sparring when they sparred. Oh, really? Okay. What happened fight night? Okay, what happened then? When you're going all out, when you're pressing on the gas all out. What happened? Did Canelo pass the test? Okay. Let me tell you guys something. Okay. Let me tell you guys something. Actually, if Michael Jordan never did great things in the NBA, right? But we heard stories that he was beating Larry Bird and Magic Johnson in the
Wow.
gym, right? Well, would you like take that like, oh yeah, he's the best of all time? Magic said that when they played 1-on-1, he'd beat them all the time.
Sorry, doesn't count.
Now,
Doesn't count.
but go ahead.
Yeah, if you didn't win the championship rings, man, and that big trophy at the end of the year, it don't count. Sorry to hurt Canelo, not Canelo, but Triple G fans' feelings on that.
Right. I kept hearing. I remember when Lara called him out. Okay, when Erislandy Lara called this dude out. All right, it was one of those. Well, he would beat him anyway. Shits, right?
Yeah.
Look at the dudes he fought, bro. Look at the dudes he was fighting. This dude fought Vanes Marozhian. Okay, you tell me you couldn't fight Lara?
Right.
Right. Look at some of the dudes this guy fought, bro. What was his name? Ishida? What was the name of that Japanese dude?
Yeah. Ishida.
Yeah, he fought him.
Wow.
He couldn't fight Lara. A lot of these dudes, he fought Rosado, but he couldn't fight Lara. Like, are you kidding me? All right.
Hey, yeah, Jermell Charlo had already soundly defeated this guy, Rosado. Blanked him for 12 rounds. He shouldn't even been in the ring with Triple G.
Oh, but Triple G, he's a machine. Oh, Willie Monroe. Thank you, G Funk. What's up to 88 Sports Talk, by the way? Okay. So at the end of the day, man, this dude, it was all, and all I hear is, oh, but DStyle. What about all the title defenses? Okay. The title defenses. This dude won the throwaway belt. Okay. The regular belt is what he won, bro, guys. Okay. The regular belt doesn't mean shit because you're not the champion. Regular belt is basically an interim belt, is what it is. Yeah, right? Basically. That's what it is, guys. And then he beat a bunch of nobody. You never even heard of these guys. Plus, Kasim Umar was beating that ass. Kasim Umar was
forgot about that. Yeah, you sure right.
Kasim Umar wasn't scared of him.
Wasn't shook at all.
And then, but DStyle. So what if he beat a welterweight? I mean, Bernard Hopkins beat welterweights too. Okay. Bernard Hopkins fought a Tito Trinidad that didn't just jump from 147 to 160, guys. He went to 154, conquered 154.
That's right.
Okay. Fought an Olympic gold medalist at 154. Fought Vargas at 154.
Yep.
Okay, then he moved up to 160 and he beat the living shit out of Willem Joppy.
Damn sure did.
Full-fledged middleweight. De La Hoya had fights at 154. He first fought Sturm, he got a gift, right? But he tested the waters before he jumped in there. And
yeah, he won his 10th world title at 154 pounds. In fact, I'm sorry, he won his 8th, 9th, and 10th. Because he lost the 2 of them to Shane Mosley in a fight that most thought he won. And he won his 10th world title when he knocked out Ricardo Mayorga. So he did a lot of good work at 54 too. Sorry to cut you off, D.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Facts take precedent in the show. You know what I mean? But absolutely. And regardless of what you think, I mean, are you going to compare Cal Brook to De La Hoya, like for real? Like, are you guys really going to do that to Trinidad? Dude, Trinidad would knock fucking Cal Brook out. Okay, at 147, 154, and 160. How about that?
Yeah.
Right? Right. But anyway, so the Cal Brook fight, the reason I said all that, by the way, because it goes over people's heads. Well, so what? I mean, Hopkins fought welterweights too. Shit's insane, bro. Okay. But What's going on here, man? Like, what? I just don't get it. And then the stupid 154 to 168, they were running with it. Okay? Yes, anybody, right? And don't say they didn't try to make fights. They try to fight. Old boy from England, what's his name? Frotch. They try to
Right.
make that fight, guys. And Frotch was like, nah, I'm gonna stay retired. I like retirement, actually. I'm good. By the way, I was I always thought Frotch would have won that fight, but that's a different story. Okay.
Frauds was no pushover, man.
I always thought Frotch would have beat his ass, bro.
Yeah,
Like
man.
he would have survived, or it would have been like a war, right?
Oh, it was gonna be a war.
What's going on, Dark Truth and Ronald Finkley? What's
What's
going
going
on?
on, fellas?
We could touch on that a little bit, Ronald. We're gonna get to the fights of the weekend right now, but really quick here, okay? Just remind me of that, Ash, in case I forget. But
Okay.
look, man, Triple G was just it's just a story, bro. It's a story people told each other over and over again, and they started to believe it, right? That this is why, like when Canelo outboxed them, they were just saying they couldn't believe what they saw. All right. This is why even when he did it the second time, when he pushed them back the second time, they didn't believe their lying eyes. They had to believe, oh, this is Triple G. Now, what do you mean? They're even doing it now. No. I think Triple G won comfortably. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Really. Dude, like, this is insane. And then they want to compare him to Hagler?
Come on.
I saw comparisons to Hagler. Okay? You got to be shitting me right now. And then finally, look, man, right? When Ward wanted to fight him at 168. He was like, well, you want to fight Frotch at 160? Well, fight me. Nah, we're good. Started calling him Little G. Remember that?
Yep. Forgot about that, actually. Damn sure did.
We'll fight anybody. That's not true, right? Nah, but Ward's big, though. Lara said, I'll move up and fight you. No, we don't want to fight him. So are you guys sure it wasn't a stylistic matchup? Are you positive that's not the reason you didn't want to fight him? Because why? Because Lara didn't stand in front of him and just fight? Is that why? Lara was just going to stand in front of him and trade with him, Ash. You know what I mean? That's why I didn't want to fight the guy.
Yeah.
But they won't admit that they'll act like, look, Canelo beat Triple G, guys. And I know it's not triangle theory and all that, but what makes you guys think he would have stopped Lara when, like, Canelo didn't stop Lara? What makes you guys think that?
At that time.
At that time, yeah. Maybe now it wouldn't. Now, I don't know, actually.
Yeah, Lara don't move too much now. His legs are gone.
His legs are gone.
Yeah.
Remember they're going to first Canelo fight? Wasn't Triple G supposed to kill him in 3 rounds? Well, I don't know about that, but I actually picked Canelo to win the first fight, but I thought it was a 50-50 fight. You know? Derevchenko's a beast. Triple G too slow. I don't get the hate. I mean, I don't think we're hating. We're just telling the truth.
Yeah. I'll give him Triple G plenty of credit on multiple videos, but that's where it stops. I'm not about to start worshiping him.
But by the way, saying he's no Hagler is not hating. Okay?
No, he's not Carlos Monzon. He's not Marvin Hagler. He is a damn good fighter. He is a beast.
Right.
But when you giving the guy all-time great status, you putting him in a rare conversation amongst all the fighters at that weight in the history of boxing, and that's a conversation his ass don't belong in. As unfortunate as it is, and how as harsh as it sounds, it's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just the truth.
I don't have a problem with him in the Hall of Fame. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's going to the Hall of Fame. That's without question.
Like, because guys, this is all-time great, and Hall of Fame's like right here. You know what I mean? I mean, they're both prestigious, but the Hall of Fame has been devalued a little bit. You know what I mean? It's not like they have it in baseball. It's not. You know what I mean? So, but this dude, he was a major part of boxing for a few years. You know what I mean? I think he should be in Hall of Fame, but just with what they have now, if God is in Hall of Fame, you should put Triple G in Hall of Fame. Yeah.
And most fighters won't be in the Hall of Fame. It's the truth. But he gets to be one of the ones that will be there, and they'll probably put him in there on his first ballot. And
Probably.
I'm not in. It won't hurt my feelings if they do that, but it still don't make them all time great. So
Yeah. It is what it is. Let me just get one more comment in perfection. If this was Family Feud, all the Mexicans would have gave each family about 4 tries for each strike. All right. And Canelo dropped his belt. Did he? Am I missing some?
well, I know he was stripped, I believe, of the IBF, the one that he won last night. Not last night. The one that Triple G won this weekend.
Oh, okay, because he didn't want to fight the same guy, wasn't it? Derevyanchenko? He didn't want to fight. He fought
Yeah,
Matarosian.
I think it was Derevyanchenko. He didn't want to fight Derevyanchenko He didn't want to fight Derevyanchenko for the IBF to defend the IBF belt. He didn't want to fight Jamal Charlo to defend the WBC belt, but he was awarded the franchise champion for that organization. The IBF, they're not playing that shit. They were like, they didn't take his belt. His belt is his for life. They took his title. We use those words interchangeably, but a belt is not a title.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think he's all-time great. Sorry. You guys could throw at me all you want, like these inflated numbers, like, oh, he had 20 title defenses. This, that, and third. Oh, okay. Who'd he beat? Okay. That's all I got to say about that. Who the hell this guy beat?
Yeah, it's an impressive record to make that many defenses. I mean, you're fighting. It ain't like you're doing arm wrestling.
Right.
It ain't like you're playing video games or playing cards. You're in there with another man that's trying to take your head off. And by the mere premise that he defended his title 20 some odd times against guys who we know are prepared to go to war, who are trying to beat him, that in itself is impressive. I commend him for that. But at the end of the day, when you calling somebody an all-time great, you have to take into account who he's actually in there with. And it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying?
And L-Fault player, I would say Cotto because he fought better competition.
Yeah.
That's my answer. He was solid at 140. He was solid at 147.
He went up several weights. He won titles in several weights. Fought a lot of great fighters. Won some, lost some, made a ton of money. Cotto.
Yeah. Arguably shouldn't have lost that Margarito fight because we all know what happened in that fight.
Oh, we know what happened.
Yeah.
We know what happened.
We know what happened.
Yeah.
And the Pacquiao fight, I guess we can't prove it. So
can't prove it, and that the results are the results, But
definitely Cotto, and also I think Cotto just, Cotto was in a hell of a. Those divisions were hot, bro, when Cotto was fighting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, the Triple G had a lot of weak competition. Just got to be honest with you guys, right?
Yeah. It ain't like there were any Julian Jacksons, Gerald McClellan, John David Jack. It ain't like those guys were around. Reginald Johnson.
Right.
It ain't that crop of middleweights,
Also, like I know I hear this a lot. Like Martinez didn't want a piece of Triple G. Martinez, look, man. You could say Doug Triple G if you guys want, but I just think he was chasing the big names. He was fighting so many of the top contenders that he just wanted a big name. Okay, that's why he wanted that Chavez fight, the Cotto fight. And it was a wrap for him right there. He was a one-legged man, but by the time Triple G was in the scene, right? So I don't know. But there was plenty of guys that did want to fight him. Lara called him out. Like, you know what I mean? Like Lara was like, "I'll fight you."
Actually, Varnish tried to fight him too. Margarito.
Well, he didn't fight him.
Oh, he fought him? I didn't see that fight. I must have missed.
Yeah, that was the one before the second Canelo fight, I believe, when Canelo got suspended. Remember? Because he had some meat.
Oh, the clenbuterol.
Yeah, it was a meat.
I can get that at work.
Yeah.
Some guys at work, they got some clen, man.
Shit. No, Paul, all of us think Triple G was always very eager to take easy fights only. He never dared to challenge himself. There was fights from, man. Yes, there was guys that didn't want to fight him, but there was guys that did. Okay, those guys that did want to fight him. Better career, Margarito or Triple G. You know,
Ooh.
Margarito's
I,
whole career is an asterisk to me. So
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Needed that one.
Yeah, like I think that dude cheated in a lot of his fights, bro. Like
Yeah.
you don't do that just one time. So
He beat the shit out of Kermit Cintron, and uh Joshua Clottey gave him a really good fight, but he hurt his hands, and he kept on fighting, and he won that
like
fight.
a lot of things happen, bro. I know, like I think Paul Williams beat him, bro, and I think that dude was probably loaded for that fight. There's no reason to believe he wasn't. Okay,
Right,
so Paul Williams possibly beat a loaded up dude, which is
right,
very impressive. Okay, you guys got to think about that for a moment. Okay, he beat the same Margarito that beat Cotto.
right.
You know what I mean? Um, I think didn't like the gloves clash, and then after that, like Claudio like fucked up his hand or something like that.
Yeah, he fucked his hands up. I
So,
forget how it happened in particular, but I know he stopped throwing punches.
yeah, and then there was the I forgot the name of that fighter, but he was like bald and he like cut a piece of his ear off with a punch.
Oh, Sebastian Luan, and that was done with his fist too. He
Like
did that with his fist. Good grief, man! Had fucking ear hanging, man.
there had
Oh
to be
man, I forgot about that one.
there had to be some in there, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's just
bro.
my gut feeling, you know, because when Mosley, you remember Mosley shrugged. Like he hit Mosey with a clean shot, and Mosey went like this and just hit him, bro. Like what's the big deal? And Mosey threw defense out of the window after like round 2 or 3.
Right.
He was like, this guy, he can't hurt me.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll trade with him all day. Like, he was beating the shit out of Margarito.
Yeah, he did, boy. That probably was his best performance in his career. Outside of dominating guys at lightweight, or the first De La Hoya fight.
Dude, it was that plaster of Paris, bro. Okay?
Yeah.
Like you get raps, okay? Now these aren't professional raps, but you put that wrap around you, bro. You start feeling it immediately. You start sweating. You know what I mean? Plaster of Paris. We all know that shit hardens, right? With what? With water,
bro. Right.
Moisture. You know what I mean? So there was something in those gloves, bro. And I think that dude's whole career, right? If I ever see Margarito's name on a Hall of Fame ballot, bro, I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay. Because other guys, I could disagree. I can say I don't think he was good enough or whatever. But I didn't believe Gotti should have been in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Based on resume, and I just didn't think he was good enough. But I would never question like his heart. You know what I mean? I would never question like his fighting spirit.
Right.
I disagree with it, but I'm okay with it. I wouldn't be okay with Margarito in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Like, whatsoever.
Don't tell what's the guy? Fisher. Doug Fisher. Man.
Doug Fisher and Montoya. I don't know if Doug Fisher, but I know Montoya went on a whole thing defending Margarito.
Yeah. Them guys are just totally.
Doug Fisher was doing it too?
What? He has been the biggest.
Oh, shit.
He's been the biggest Margarito fan ever since Margarito beat Hercules Cavallos.
Man. I just feel like those guys believe the Margarito mystique.
Yeah.
And a lot of us did. After he beat Cotto, even I was like, hey, this is for real.
Yeah.
Maybe he is who we thought he was.
Yeah.
What they were saying he is. But after the Mosley thing, how could he possibly stay on that train?
Right.
So I think they just don't want to admit that they were just wrong about the guy. They want to keep saying Mayweather was scared of him. And so that's what it is. Like,
right.
From my vantage point. You know what I mean?
I can't find anything wrong with. I mean, I'm in agreement with that. I mean, hell, I ain't right all the time. I'll tell you in a heartbeat, I was wrong. I was wrong about Derevyanchenko. I said he couldn't use the Canelo blueprint, and he told me shut my goddamn mouth. There's nothing wrong with admitting you're wrong, man. This guy, he fucking cheated. Get over it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Shout out to Haplotype, and we all know Haplotype agrees because it supports Puerto Rico. By the way, Haplotype, when is Puerto Rico going to win a world title again, bro? What's going on? They're in a world title drought. No world titles. What's going on? But anyway, these guys are gonna be like Notre Dame, bro. They're not gonna win a title for years and years and years after the golden age. Well, that's it. Actually, I want to get to this weekend's fights really quick. Quick thoughts on Dimitri Bivol versus Lenin Castillo.
Yeah. Well, this would be what is fifth, sixth, seventh title defense. I don't know much about the Lenin Castillo guy. I know he was he was a good amateur, I heard.
Yeah.
Dominican Olympian or some shit like that. Boxing at times provides opportunities for guys to get to get known by getting
he does have a loss to Marcus Brown.
Right, Marcus Brown, exactly. And some other cat too. I know he lost before that too. He has 2 losses. And but he has a string of wins, and apparently it was enough to get him a title shot. I take this no more than a title defense and a stay busy fight for Bivol. At that weight, the champions are fighting. You got the other 2, Beterbiev and Gavasic, who name I always destroy. They're fighting, they're unifying, and you got Kovalev and Canelo fighting. So Bivol had to fight somebody. So this guy, he has his opportunity to shine. It's fights like this that we learned about guys on a normal circumstance we would have never seen. Like I didn't think Ricardo Mayorga was gonna knock out Andrew Sixhead Lewis. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think Ricardo Mayorga was gonna knock out Vernon Forrest, but because obscure guy was given an opportunity at a world title, he made the most of it, beat the guy, and became somebody. So that's this type of fight right here. I mean, that's the way I consider it. This is his time to shit or get off the pot. You already lost to Marcus Brown. You lose this one, you won't get no more opportunities. So
you lose this is it, bro.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like you lose this fight, this and it's it, right? I mean, he's already 31 years old. You can't lose a second opportunity right now. You know what I mean? Right. 6'2", 76-inch reach. I couldn't find a reach on Bivol. I don't know if he restricts that or what, but I couldn't find it. Okay. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you something about Lenny Castillo, bro. He's okay. I'm not going to say he's trash or anything. He's okay. Just about everything about him is okay. But I don't know if I'm buying. Like a lot of dudes are high on Bivol, and I get it. His resume is not that bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
I get it completely. He beat Joe Smith, but I mean, Joe Smith was riding on that beating a 50-year-old man.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like who wouldn't have beaten Hopkins at age 50? Like if we're honest, He does that. Jean Pascal wins good. He beat Isaac Shalimba. He beat Sullivan Barrera. So good wins so far.
Yeah, he got good wins, yeah.
Pretty good hand speed. I'll give him that. Okay. But, man, he's going to win this fight. It's going to be another decision, though. I don't see him stopping boy Castillo over here, bro. Yeah. You think he stops him?
Oh, man, it's boxing. So, on any night, the right punch land with the right placement, right timing, a man can go down, So, but I'm not going to call it out there like, oh, man, he's going to knock this guy out. No, I don't see that. But it could happen,
Yeah, for sure.
These guys weigh 175 pounds, all the bigger guys, it definitely can happen. So,
yeah, the Beterbiev and Laflick, okay? That fight, we'll talk about it next week, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right now, it's Bivol's time to shine. Biv's going to try to make a statement, right? Because I don't know, bro.
We'll see, but the champions are fighting, so hopefully – after all these fights, these guys come together and give us an undisputed light heavyweight champion.
I got to be honest, bro. I think, in my opinion, I think Kovalev beats Bivol. For what I see, I think he beats. Yeah. It's a good fight. It's close.
That can beat Kovalev, man. He gets a bad rap because of what Andre Ward to him, but people are forgetting the fact that that's Andre Ward. There's
Yeah.
only one Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? There's only one.
Yeah. And,
So
and he won some rounds against Andre Ward.
right. In fact, I said he beat Ward in that first fight. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I
Right.
don't love fighters that much where I'm, not giving them, they just do. Now, granted, he got the decision and he beat the fight out of him in the rematch, but I said he lost that first fight.
And then, he lost that Alvarez fight, but he was winning before he got knocked out.
Right, right.
And then he won the rematch.
It's the fight game. You know what I'm saying?
I think he had Alvarez hurt, bro, and got careless. I saw that fight. And,
Yeah.
and he got caught and he paid the price for it. But then in the rematch, he proved, in my opinion, he's just a better fighter.
Right.
So Bivol getting a lot of love right now, like just because people are putting him over Kovalev, saying Kovalev's a weak champion. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. All right. Finally. All right. The Cruiserweight King, Ash, is going to be making his heavyweight debut. All right. He's going to be fighting, what is it, Tyrone Spong? Is that his name?
Yeah, that's what it was. But just today, it turns out that he popped dirty for
Shit.
clomiphene. Yeah, he popped dirty for a banned substance called clomiphene, which is really it's like
Chaz Withers. Chaz Witherspoon still fighting?
I was saying the same shit earlier today. I was saying the same shit. So he's gonna be the fill-in. We haven't really been seeing this guy since he lost to Seth Mitchell. Remember they were hyping Seth Mitchell up real hard back in the game? The real strong, muscular dude, you know what I'm saying? He could punch, but he really didn't have the experience. He was a football player.
He's still alive, bro. Like
I don't know where he at, man. I don't know. He could be coaching. But Chad Witherspoon put together a string of wins. I think like damn near 10 wins. And he fought once in 18, and he's fought once so far this year. Both victories. He has experience at the heavyweight division. He was a national champion. I mean, I hate to bring up the past and stuff like that, but if anybody was going to be a late sub fill-in, I mean, I guess this will have to suffice. I mean, at the end of the day, Usyk is trying to make his debut at the division. It ain't like he's trying to go for a world title. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Carlos Takam just had a fight, so he couldn't have fought him. Areola just fought. Kalinowski just fought. So a lot of these guys that already had just fought. So I mean, they were pressed for finding guys. Chisora got a fight coming up. He couldn't fight Chisora. I guess he could have fought Povetkin. I'm not sure what Povetkin got going on. And we already know all the champions are tied up: Fury, Wilder, Ortiz, Ruiz, Joshua. Who else could the guy have fought on short notice? Was it going to be Huey Fury? So
possibly.
He'll get to test out the division against Chaz Witherspoon, a late sub. But this is not cruiserweight. He never, he's not. I mean, he is a heavyweight because he was in the amateurs as a heavyweight. He won a gold medal as a heavyweight. Right. But he hadn't been there in a long time. He don't have to make weight. Making weight is out the question now.
So you're telling me that Tyrone or whatever his name, Spong, doesn't get to fight anyway, then they withhold the B sample, and then he gets to wear whatever gloves he wants and go fight anyway?
What an amazing statement, man. I forgot all about that, man. You know how it is in the States. We don't play that crap.
So you're telling me he doesn't get to fight anyway?
No,
they don't say anything to Usyk about it until after the fight, right? And then he gets to wear whatever wraps and whatever gloves he wants
without it being inspected or weighed. Yep.
And then go in the ring and actually fight. No.
Yeah. Oh no, not here.
I thought that was like normal. That's what I'm hearing. Then
you let Eddie Hearn tell you, the USA is the center of corruption for doping. So,
I got to be honest. Usually, I'm pretty prepared for these shows. I didn't even know this guy was not fighting anymore.
It just came out. It just came out today. So,
it
was a step up. Sponge, whatever his name is, Sponge. Punch doesn't have. He doesn't. I mean, he's a fucking kickboxer. You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking kickboxer. So
Come on, bro. Like, you can't even kick in boxing. What are you doing?
that's what I'm saying. So what type of a threat would he really have been? Yeah, he's undefeated, but
That's why he wanted that juice. Like, he was like, I need some help.
right.
You know?
But it's a female. It's a female drug, clomiphene. You know what I'm saying? Help them ovulate. But you know, there some men they get it to help them produce. Some men take it because I heard it help them produce testosterone at double the rate. And we already know what testosterone does in performance enhancement. So that's what he got popped for.
Well, women taking shit that doubles testosterone. What the hell's going on here? But I guess that's another story, right? Walking these stores and see a cute girl, like, hey, how you doing? Whoa. I'm out of here. But anyway,
Yeah.
man, this is crazy, bro. What about Joey Joyce versus Usyk? They could have done that, maybe.
He just fought. So Joe Joy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, so he's fighting Shaz. Dude, when you said when you said the name, right?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I thought it was like another Witherspoon.
Nah.
It can't be that guy. And then I looked at it, I'm like,
Yeah. Teaspoon's little cousin, yeah. Tim Witherspoon's little cousin.
I remember Areola. Didn't Areola like mess this dude up?
Yeah, Areola beat him. Seth Mitchell beat him, and who else?
Tony Thompson.
Tony Thompson. I mean, these are not bad losses, but they're losses nonetheless, you know?
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Shaz Witherspoon's gonna get his ass whooped, bro. There's no way around it.
Yeah, Usyk is for real. I mean,
he's for real. Which brings me to this, bro. How do you think he's gonna do in this division? You know?
Oh, you know,
it's hot.
He definitely has the boxing ability to compete against damn near anybody. I just want to see what his punches are going to be like against the plus 200 guys. Like I said, the advantages that he had in strength and size and stuff is nullified in the heavyweight division because you're not making weight at this weight. You know, he can suck down to 200 pounds and then blow up to a plus size cruiserweight against all them other guys that are under 200. But in the heavyweight, nobody's struggling to make weight. All they do is train and show up and weigh in this, and that's it. They can come to weigh in eating chicken and hot dogs and all type of stuff. They don't have to worry about missing weight. So that's going to be the biggest difference. He's going to be fighting against substantially bigger guys, but he has the skill. He has the skill to outbox these guys, beat these guys up. So I will really, more than anything, I want to see how his beard holds up against a heavyweight punch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And how his punches, affect the bigger guys. I mean, when we see him against Witherspoon, we already know what's going to happen there. But if Witherspoon get going and mounts the office first, it could be pretty entertaining for as long as it lasts. Can
you imagine if Chaz Witherspoon wins this fight?
It's boxing, man. It'll be a laughing. It'll be something to laugh at, but it can happen. He'll be right back on the scene after that type of win. So,
well, man, it's I don't even know why he was going to make his debut fighting some kickboxer in a boxing fight, but I guess you got to dip your toe in the water at some point. I think he's just going to have trouble with the size of some of these heavyweights, man. It's like with anything, and it's like the name of the show, A Puncher's Chance.
Yeah.
If there's one division where that's like a thing, it's heavyweight. You know what I mean?
Fact, yeah.
Like everyone has a puncher's chance.
Damn right. The moment you weigh in over 200 pounds, you can be knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Any round on any night against any man. And that's just the truth about heavyweight boxing. So you're right about that.
Which makes what Ali did unbelievable. Dude never got knocked out. Right? Yeah. I think it was knocked down for like 1.2 seconds or something. That dude got up so fast from a Joe Frazier fucking hook. right?
Yeah, I think Cooper didn't Cooper put him down once
No,
too.
no, let me take that back. Yeah, Cooper.
Put him down.
Cooper should have won that fight, bro. You know the whole
Cooper,
story.
hey, if he didn't cut so easily, he probably could have been world champion, man.
Well, I mean, I forgot exactly what it was, but they did something with Ali's gloves in the corner, and it took some time. You know, it took a little bit of time to fix those gloves, but
Yeah,
smart corner. But yeah, you're right about that one. But as far as once he became champion, I think that's the only time he went down.
yeah,
You know, so um, we'll see how it goes for Usyk, bro. Great show, man. Make sure everybody visits. You see it on the screen there. MandatoryDefense.com. All right. Let's go show some love to Ash's work right there. Cooper was a flash knockdown. I think Ali was hurt, bro. He might have gotten up quick, but I know he was hurt.
yeah. That
Right?
was a legit knockdown, I think.
Yeah.
I watched the replay of that not too long ago. But you know, Ali, he had supernatural recouping powers, man. So I mean, to say he got knocked down, I mean, goddamn, he got knocked down by a Frazier left hook. If that didn't take him the fuck out, I mean, wouldn't pretty much anything gonna knock him out. You know what I'm saying?
That was like a leaping up, bro.
Freakish recouping powers. Deontay Wilder got freakish recouping powers too.
The Diesel, where do y'all think Wilder generates his power? Is it his hips, legs? It's his whole full body motion, bro. Okay.
Man,
Have you
bro,
ever seen a picture, bro? By the way, pictures aren't big and bulky. Okay. And they throw those things, like 90 miles per hour.
no, right? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
A lot of it's, you know,
That's the mystique of Wilder, man. That's the mystique of Wilder. How the hell he is generating this country ass power when he lighting the ass like that? I mean, the dude is paper thin. It reminds me of Felix Trinidad, you know?
yeah.
This dude was paper thin too, but he generate this power. But at least he had stocky legs a little bit though.
Yeah.
Trinidad. He had big not calves, quads. You know, so that's where his power was coming from. I can't say the same for Wilder. I don't know how he generating that power, man. Hips, legs, accuracy, speed, timing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you know, the thing with Wilder, bro, a lot of times, right, he blocks the view. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's blocking the view. The right hand's back here. People are like, oh, man, those windmill punches. Well, the thing is, he's blocking the view. You can't see it yet, right? And by the time it's out of the way, it's already
You got hit. You damn right.
it's already there.
You damn right.
Right.
Or he's moving your hit. While the guy's blocking, he'll reach out and pull this arm down. As soon as he pulls it right here, boom, you got hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that a lot too. But a lot of guys do that. Fernando Vargas used to do that.
It reminds me a lot of pitchers, bro. You know, it's pitchers aren't big, bulky guys or anything, but they obviously have a lot of power behind that pitch. You know what I mean? And they throw those balls harder than any muscular dude could throw a ball. You know what I mean? And they're accurate. You know, right on that plate where you can get the strike, and that's Wilder, bro. You know what I mean? Now I can't tell you. Don't look at me for the mechanics, because I don't see it in the legs, like as you said, right?
No.
So, but I think it's the back. Okay, I think it's his back, and I think it's the motion. He just found that perfect motion to do it, and it works for him, right? But then again, I've seen him throw like overhand rights, straight rights, like they're all devastating, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's just one way throw. Like this is scary dude.
Yeah.
And he's developing that hook a little bit. You know, that hook didn't look that bad, and like even in the Fury fight,
Right.
and Fury's hard to hit. So
In the head. Yeah.
now we don't know what Joshua gets his power. I mean, he's a big dude. He weighs 260 pounds. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he doesn't even have that type of power.
Yeah. He got good power though. He has a thudding power.
Right.
You know, Wilder take the lights out. You know, it's just that split second. He just disconnects you. You know, all you got to do is lay down for 10 seconds, then you can get up. You know, that's what he does. He just puts you out for momentarily. You know,
What's scary is Big Dog Willie. I appreciate that. He says Randy Johnson punch Wilder KO. Yeah,
Yeah,
Randy
wow.
Johnson, the pitcher, yeah, it reminds me a lot of that. Absolutely.
103
And
miles per hour fastball.
yeah, and then one must wonder, like the dude. Like I remember, man, when I mean, obviously, when I was in school, they didn't hit us with paddles anymore. You know what I mean? But one of my older cousins, like he was like in when he was like in third grade, the the baseball coach from the high school, his second job was like PE or whatever, right? F- um, for recess or whatever it was, like for elementary school. And it was him, and he had an assistant. The assistant was like a big, bulky dude, like a football guy. You know what I mean? And every time he got in trouble, right, my cousin always said, I always hoped, because he was a troublemaker, that the big dude hit him with a paddle. Right? Because the skinny ass freaking baseball guy knew how to swing that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with the muscles and all that. It was the technique. Like, what? Like,
Leaning on their fucking ass.
dude, but the thing with Wilder, bro, is that punch has an echo, bro.
Yeah, man.
Pa! Like, whoa, you can hear that thing.
You can.
It is insane what he does to the skull. I honestly believe that when he lands, his fist is connecting, bro. It goes through that glove, okay, with the skull, and it's landing hard as shit. Okay, but with that said, let me just finish a couple more here. DC, apparently the man who was assaulted during the Shields weigh-in was rushed back to the hospital with bleeding on his brain.
Heard about that.
Yeah, it's Olivia show was attacked, bro. What are your thoughts about that, by the way?
Oh man, I mean, he should have known. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. He should have known better. You in Flint. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's powder puffs in Flint. It ain't no powder puffs in Detroit, bro. It's a lot of dudes who out there and they hungry. You know what I'm saying? And they not gonna allow an outsider coming in there being disrespectful without some type of retaliation. And I think you should know where you at when you decide to run your mouth. On the flip side, the dude was over 70 years old, and you just gotta have some type of respect for your elders. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta take that L and let the old man make it. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, you don't at any time hit a fucking senior citizen, man.
It's not like he was gonna,
you can kill him, so
it's not like he was gonna keep the W, bro. Like Shields was gonna win that fight.
right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you were gonna humble him after the fight anyway. Like, what are you doing?
It was senseless to strike that man. But at the same time, you got to know where you at, man. You're not gonna go in certain places and act and come out of yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't act like that if you were in Beverly Hills some damn where. You know what I'm saying? So why you gonna go there and act like that? You know what I'm saying?
I guess my thing is what was Clarissa Shields' sister doing there? Like I know she's part of the camp and all, but
right
from my vantage point, he was trying to check the scale because Clarissa Shields was moving down in weight.
Right.
That's a fighter.
So what did she say to him? That he got to get out of the way or what?
Well, he was saying back up, back up. I guess he wanted her to move out of the way. You know what I mean? But then I don't think he even got to check the scale because he lost his head. So he didn't even accomplish what he was trying to do anyway. But I mean,
he has every right to look at that scale, though.
What's that?
He has every right to look at that scale.
Now, I mean, the sister was, talking tough. So, you know what I mean? Like she was getting in his face and, they were both in the wrong, obviously, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean? But,
at the same time, his fighter is about to go and do battle. So, it ain't like they're about to, play a game of cards or some shit. They're about to go in there and fight each other. So they're looking at the opponent and it's wartime, without actually being war, obviously, but still, I mean, I guess all parties involved could have conducted themselves better. It looked like Clarissa Shields wasn't tripping off of anything. She just ready to make weight so she can go eat, like most fighters. And at the end of the day, she didn't get a chance to fight for another world title or get a paycheck, and she feeling some type of way about that. But you still don't hit no old man. You just gotta let the old man make it, man.
Let the old man be. Like the first thing you got to think about is what if that was my grandpa talking shit to somebody? Would you be okay if they hit him?
Right. And my grandpops got a fade ran on him years ago when I was a kid. He came home. This was years ago, and nobody knew what happened. And I mean, nobody really freaked out too much, but I remember that like it was yesterday because he was lumped up, and it was some young punk over there in Third Ward in on the South Side. Something happened at some store, and he must have pieced him up.
Well, look, man, if we're lucky, that's gonna be all of us one day. Okay.
Yeah,
So whoever that young punk was, he's gonna be an old man someday.
that's right. What goes around comes around.
Yeah. What's either way, her sister shouldn't have been in that man's face. It's normal for opposing coach to check the fighter's weight, especially if the fighter you're fighting is the one moving down in weight.
Mm.
It's like that's vital to me. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So, I mean, you want to make sure Clarkson's already the big favorite. You want to make sure that shit's as even as possible.
That's right. That's right.
But he definitely got mad about that, and then she got in his face, and he was like, "What the hell?" You know what I mean?
Right.
And plus, actually, he was blindsided. He was.
So they stuffed him. That's even worse.
It was a cheap shot. It wasn't
Yeah.
even in his face. That's what makes it worse. Yeah. So, from all accounts, you know what I mean? When I get old, I'm not holding my tongue for no young whippersnapper.
Yeah. Just remember the duck.
Look, all I'm saying is, man, a society that doesn't respect their elders, bro, is a society that's in trouble.
Society, yeah.
That society's in big trouble, bro. Even the mob knows not to fuck with the elders. Okay, if even the mob knows that, we got to know that, right? So,
Damn millennials, man.
like millennials don't get in like dudes that are just 10 years older than them face. You know what I mean? So, what are you gonna do? Well, that's she, and I want to remind everyone to go to mandatorydefense.com and make sure you throw a jab at the like button. I know starting the show was weird just because I was just out of place. StreamYard messed my whole thing up, but it was still a great show as always.
You're right.
I told Ashley nobody tunes in for the graphics anyway, so it's all good, right? But Ashley, any final words, bro?
No, man. What do we got this weekend? Light heavyweight fight. Everybody enjoy the fights, man. Let's see what Usyk does in his heavyweight debut.
Yeah, next week is we got some better fights next weekend for sure.
Yeah.
So this is DStyleBoxing. Keep it boxing.
Keep it boxing. Oh.